Hey guys, another day, another Poshmark Q&A. This red lip though. Today's the end of the day and I really wanted to film one more video today, so yeah, I just threw on a red lip, put on a hat, put on this jacket that I have for sale in my Poshmark closet. I actually might keep it. It's a Columbia jacket. It's size small, but it fits over my big pregnant belly. I'll show you guys. Fits over my big pregnant belly. Hey, first question. Do you send personalized messages to people that make bundles? Not always, no. It really depends. If somebody makes a bundle of like a lot of things, then yes, I will send them a message saying, hey, stop touching your hair, Vanessa. I will say like, hey, or if I see someone bundling things, I will send a message and say, let me know when you're done bundling things and I'll give you a really good discount. I know some people think that it's a good idea to message every person that makes a bundle, and I don't do that. There's no real reason why. I just don't do that. Maybe it's something that I could do. I feel like lately when I've been answering these questions, I've come across things that I should start implementing or trying in my reselling business. So yeah, maybe that'll be something that I try doing, and then I will report back to you guys and let you guys know how that works. But yeah, I don't always message them. Like I said, if they're adding a lot of things or if I'm running like a sale. Next question. Has anyone tried to return anything to you after they have rated you? I sold a shirt the other day that had a stain on it that I clearly overlooked. The buyer rated me 1 star and then left me a comment saying that she wanted to return it. I told her that can't happen because she's already rated me. Now she's harassing me on all my social media accounts and won't leave me alone. Has anything like this ever happened to you? Yes, I have had people that have tried to return things after they've rated me, not because they found like a stain on it. A couple of times it was because they didn't like the way that the item fit. One time was because of the color of an item. They're like, oh, I thought it was this color, but it's actually this color. And in the pictures, you can clearly see what the color was. Or that's kind of annoying that they're harassing you on your social media accounts. That is unfortunate that it was a stain that you overlooked. You could try contacting Poshmark and see what they say and see if they would allow a return. But yeah, now that they're like harassing you, I don't know, like how did your conversation go? Did you like apologize to the person, or were you like immediately offensive, being like, oh no, you already rated it, you can't return it, blah, blah, blah. Because I think your initial tone would determine the direction to go in, you know? Like I said, you could try contacting Poshmark and see what they say. I have had returns happen after they have rated something, so it is possible to do. So yeah, totally up to you whether or not you want to, you know, go through that hassle. You know, you could always contact the person and very politely say like, hey, stop harassing me. You know, you could offer to give them a discount on a future purchase. I don't know, there's many things that you could do. But yes, that has happened to me before. Next question. What's the big deal about getting a host pick during a party? Is it really something to brag about? Honestly, no. A host pick is when the host of a party chooses one of your items as a host pick, as an item to feature in the host showroom. You know, it just means that they like the item, and then you will get like 1 million comments on the item with like 50 million emojis in each comment saying like, congrats on your host pick. It doesn't always result in a sale. I've seen so many memes talking about host picks. It's like, okay, it's a 3-time host pick, but it still hasn't sold. Like, it's nothing special. So, I mean, it is nice that the host of the party chose one of your items to be featured, but I mean, unless it sells, then yeah, it's really nothing to brag about, I guess. Next question, how do you validate something as vintage? So I have a video talking about vintage t-shirts and how to identify vintage t-shirts. I'll link that video down below. But yeah, I mean, there's many ways. You can tell by the tag, the condition of the item, whether it's single stitch or double stitch. And it's not just like one of these things, it's usually a number of these things that gives it away. If you're not sure, don't claim that something is vintage, because that's just, yeah, just don't do that. You know, if you find something and you're not sure if it's vintage, you could say like, hey, this could potentially be vintage, but not 100% sure. Yeah, there are many ways to tell. Again, I will link that video down below. Next question, how do you know what to prioritize when doing Poshmark tasks? So I prioritize the things that are going to make me get sales. Sharing is the best way to get sales. Consistently share your listings. I honestly don't relist as much as I should, I guess. A lot of people say relisting, you should relist every day, or list every day. And if you can't list every day, relist every day. And I honestly do not do that. I don't. See, that's another thing where I'm like, maybe I should try and experiment and see. I am still eventually going to film a day in my life video, a day in my Poshmark life video, and then you'll be able to see the things that I prioritize and stuff like that. So I've been saying that for, I think, as long as I've been reselling, that I'm going to make that video, but it will be coming soon, I promise. I promise. The last question, what's your Poshmark story? How did you start? Sorry if you've answered this before. I just found your channel last week and I've been trying to binge all your videos. You're so entertaining and knowledgeable. Thank you, Amy. So yeah, I've talked about it in a previous video and I'll just touch on it briefly. But my Poshmark story is basically a couple years ago, 2016, I think. Poshmark contacted me and wanted me to do a sponsored video on my YouTube channel. Like I always do when I get emails from companies that I never heard of before, I research the company. I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. So I downloaded the app and then I started selling things. I made the sponsored video and I started selling things from my own closet. And I did that for about 2 years. And then about 1.5 years ago, I went full time and I've been loving it ever since. And that's kind of my story. That is it for this video. I hope I answered your questions. If you have any other questions, you can comment down below. Send me a DM on Instagram or tweet me on Twitter. If you're new to Poshmark and you want to sign up, you can use my code. It is KeepinItRad. You get a $10 credit and I also get a $10 credit. So thank you. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.